This is social media buzz. A hashtag Mbaka has been trending hot on Twitter. We all know Father Mbaka has been a big force and activist in politics in recent years. The most popular should be the endorsement of Muhammad Buhari in 2014 and 2015 as president. Well, before the 2019 election, when Peter Obi was Atiku's running mate for the presidency, Peter attended the bazaar at Father Mbaka's church, which is Adoration Ministry, and refused to donate money but offered to contribute to an ongoing project of the church. Father Mbaka didn't really like the idea. But before we continue, let's quickly look at the video.
Oh, yeah, it means you don't want to do anything for God. Yeah, but I wrong it.
Father, even for the strength, as a nigga, I'm a project. I want to have a cardi project.
Okay, come to know your question. My name have a political statement.
Father, my make a political statement. Oh, you have not seen my P2B. I've never promised things and failed. I'm a fundamental Catholic. Even when I couldn't look at me, but in my car,
you can promise say Mary here in Anambra. Praise the Lord. In your capacity and what God has done for you, Governor. Get money, okay, get money, get into what's here and call here. God hates stinginess. Otherwise, again, article will fail.
Well, Father Mbaka is trending because he said recently that presidential hopeful Peter Obi cannot be president because he's a stingy man. He says, and I quote, "Nigerians are hungry and we need a generous person," end of quote. Well, netizens are not taking it funny with Father Mbaka. Taking few tweets that are not really derogatory. Justice Jide says, being my pastor, priest, spiritual leader doesn't necessarily make you smarter than me. I won't challenge your utterances, but I'll definitely not believe or do it because you're standing on the altar in white. Mbaka is bad news to both Igbos and Catholic Church. And Everest says Mbaka is wrong. Peter Obi is a prudent man. Does not believe in wasting public funds. He is not stingy. He's not a stingy man. What we need now is a prudent individual. We have a terrible spending problem. Printing money like there's no tomorrow. Inflation is now at 17.1%. Think on now. Anthony Tachuba says, AGK Mbaka, Peter Obi have access to God same way you do. So stop acting like Obi's future is in your hands, all because he failed to donate money to your church. I think it's high time the Catholic Church puts Mbaka in his place. And Chigozie says, Mbaka said Peter Obi cannot be president because he's stingy. But on 7th of what now? Is that July, yeah? 2021, he donated 100 million to Bishop Shanahan Hospital of Nursing and Midwifery in Nsukka, Enugu State. If being stingy means being prudent with finances, then we are in dire need of a stingy president. So Samson, at
this stage, I think Father Mbaka just needs to take the back seat, because honestly, what prediction has he made that has really worked in favor of Nigeria? In 2014, 2015, he predicted that Buhari was the savior. Now look at where we are. So if a miserly, stingy president like Peter Obi is what would save Nigeria, because we don't need someone who lavishes and spends money or is wasteful of the country's funds. We don't need that kind of president. The kind of president we need now is someone who is prudent, who can manage the funds and channel them to the right sources or to the right project. And he made so because he did not drop money,
actual money, So Mbaka wanted actual cash, you know, but he said, no, I won't give you actual cash. that reason
is so baseless, honestly.
You know, it's ridiculous, really, when you look at the statements. Is it because he didn't donate to that building project? That's why.
He even promised to donate to it.
He said, show me the sites, then we'll discuss about it.
So maybe there was no site
in the first place. The discussion could be, okay, I could give you contractors to work on it. The discussion could be, okay, I'll supply, you know, a certain, you know, amount of gravel or cement or whatever it is that you need in terms of building materials. Again,
he wanted the back.
He wanted the cash. Let's look at it. See, it's ridiculous that, you know, Father Mbaka is coming out like this again. It's been in the eye of the storm several times, especially concerning political statements. Yeah. This is also another one coming up, and it's just ridiculous. I would like when, you know, pastors or men of God say things and then they explicitly state that it's their personal opinion, rather than say, oh, maybe God said, or give an implication. You're trying to imply like that was a directive from God when they give their political statements or predictions, as it were. Having said that, you know, on one hand, politically, in terms of our socio-political realities, you will probably reason that because of the reality of vote buying, a stingy person can't get elected. But I understand Mbaka's, you know, take is based on a personal experience with Obi. Again, the socio-political reality that we are facing right now.
No, but he is saying that he can't be president because
I understand.
he's stingy.
I understand where he's coming from, and I just condemned it in totality. That because you know, Obi didn't donate to him and all. But if you look at it politically, you can probably get a bit of sense to what he's trying to say.
Well, perhaps it's time to change the narrative.
Exactly, because we had the APC primaries just concluded. You know, while
it was highly monetized,
just like that of the PDP. While, you know, dollars were reportedly exchanging hands, someone sent bulk SMS and it got the reward for. It got the reward for bulk SMS. Again, it's not to make mockery of whatever, you know, results the person had. Rather, it's just to state the reality we have. Now, it's not the only one. That those who probably spent money and also got the same result he had. The former Imo State governor had
some people have also said that Atiku probably dropped Peter Obi as his running mate, but because of the same reason, the fact that he's spendthrift.
Okay.
Again, see, as I've said, we need to engage Nigeria where it is now to get it to where we want it to be. And engaging Nigeria where it is now will mean that we are factual about our socio-political realities. The truth is, vote buying is a thing as at now. Yes, we want to curb it, we want to put an end to it, but right now, vote buying is a thing. There's a reason why someone sent bulk SMS.
But you are not speaking from where he is speaking from.
That again.
So please.
No.
Actually condemn.
No, I condemned it.
What I said. Not try to
I'm not trying.
Bringing in Nigeria's political system.
Wait. He made a political statement. It's not a religious statement, so you have to engage it from both sides. It's all about balancing the beam.
He also spiritualized it by saying that Peter Obi can never be Nigeria's president.
Well, now again, as I said, I condemned it that the fact that someone didn't contribute to your building project does not mean it can't. I've condemned that in totality, and I'm not in any way supporting it. All I simply said, it's because it's a political statement, you probably want to look at it from the political view. And right now,
no, that's you looking at it from a political view.
I stated that explicitly.
I don't think Father Mbaka.
You're not getting it wrong, Bola. Don't get it wrong. No, it's fine. It's allowed. I love debates like this. Again, you know, as I've said, on one hand, you condemn what he has said. Because it's a political statement, you also have to look at it from the political standpoint. And that's what I've said, that there are several examples of how people who do not spend money, you know, during elections or campaigning and what have you, electioneering season, suffer the brunt of it. So politically, you may want to sense that probably, yes, there's a point to that. But in terms of the context which Mbaka said it, which is on the basis of his personal experience with Peter Obi, then he's entirely wrong.
I saw a tweet that said if Father Mbaka were to be a delegate, you know, his votes would go to the highest bidder, you understand, and not
apparently. That's why I said,
and it's sad.
It's sad. That's why I said we cannot deny the fact that vote buying is a thing. We're against it, yes, but right now, as we stand as a nation, it is what is happening.
Okay, and away from that, a lady. Okay, wait. Before I go to that, Samson, have you ever gone on a date with a lady and you ask her to, like, pay for her food?
No.
Never. What do you think is fine?
I don't think it's cool, but it depends.
Okay.
If a lady invites you out, again, I'm big on, you know, you do not necessarily have to be manly. You can at least go Dutch in terms of splitting the bills.
Okay.
But to leave it entirely to her, I don't know. Except if she's the
she
one
paid
calling the
for
shots.
her own food.
Her own meal. But okay, let's just take the story now. A lady said she was asked out on a date by a guy she met on Twitter. He accepted the invitation and they went to a restaurant. After eating, the bill was brought to them and the guy asked her to pay for hers. She got confused, but to save face, she paid for her meal. The next day, being yesterday, she asked him about it and he said, "Good morning, Sonia." This is his response now. He said, "Good morning, Sonia. See, I wonder why you girls do this. I asked for just a bottled water and pie. Look at what you ordered for. Stir Chinese spag. It cost 16,500 naira. I know I might have disappointed you, but I feel you should have ordered for something within the price range I did, and our dates would still have gone nice. Just like I said, I know I disappointed you, but yeah, I don't have up to that amount to spare at that point. And at the same time, salute you for turning up, you know, by paying up. Take care of yourself," end of quotes. Okay, let's take a few tweets. The Sheikh Ayoife says, "Honest question. Can you on a normal day dress up, leave your house to eat a stir spag of 16,500 naira? Can you on a normal day take your friend out to flex and spend 16,500 naira on stir spag? I don't care if it's Chinese or Italian stir spag. A carton of spaghetti is 14,000 for God's sake. To be honest, now thief vibes you give." And now Adira says she's responding to the previous Twitter. What is thief vibes? Spag is 14,000. Why didn't he buy the spaghetti carton in his house and eat to his full and forget about a date in a place he cannot afford? What is 16,500 naira for a date? What is that? What is it that causes this mindset that people can't spend 16K in a day? Is it lack of credit alerts? And Isa says both of you are to blame. That's the guy now and the lady. He should have told you before time that he'd prefer if you both split the bills, or that he didn't have that much to spare, so you'll know beforehand. You're also at a fault for ordering something as though you want to feed your village people on the first date. I know Alvami says the guy is at fault here. He took her out on a date. It is his responsibility, you know, to make sure she enjoys herself. Men should stop giving the rich guy vibe on the internet. It is what makes her believe he could afford it. Next time, fix a date inside the car or church to avoid stories. So,
you know, it's weird. Quick one. Now I have a full, grasp of what really happened. Okay. I think you'd want to blame the guy on one hand. Who initiated the date in the first place? The guy. Yeah. You want to blame him for taking her to, you know,
a Chinese restaurant.
When you know you can't afford the bill, then
at least you have an idea of what the food
exactly
costs.
Then there's the place of being open and sincere about it. You know, because if it's someone you're close to and friends with, you can easily say, "Oh, maybe the cap is 20 or something." You know, that ways you can always communicate this thing.
Someone you're close
to. If you
not someone you
met
on the internet.
Now,
that you're meeting for the first time.
First day, when he saw her ordering that, he could have said, "You know, giving like the body language, you know, something." A signal body language.
But I think the guy should have, as Samson said, he should have cut his clothes according to his size. Yeah? Size. Is it size now? Yes, size. Because really, in the end, now the lady ordered 16.5 because. Well, because I'm wondering what spag are they eating? 16.5. But it depends on the restaurant too, and the kind of, you know,
the ingredients there
and all of that. So so it goes both ways. The fact that the guy wasn't prepared for it, he didn't have enough cash and all of that, and then he didn't say anything. He just sold the goods.
That's ridiculous.
What if she didn't have something? What if she didn't have the cash? She would have watched place.
It's ridiculous, really. I think the guy should have done better. You know, there's the place of communication. Try and let the other person know. Then you initiated the date.
It's probably the babe's normal way of even living.
Exactly.
Really, you don't have this mindset that everybody is the low life of 5,000 naira food and all of that. What if that's a normal way? Because she had the cash to pay. So it means that it was normal for her.
Exactly. Okay. So it's the guy should have, you know, taken her to a place he knew he could afford. That's one, two.
Exactly.
Then there was the place of, you know, speaking out, communicating and making her understand.
No, shame no program.
Again.
On the internet.
So to avoid stories that touch the heart, ladies, always go out with your credit card and ensure there is money in it. Then have spare cash just in case, and please have mercy on our brothers. Don't order meals that are too expensive. Just try to work on the budget, you know, on his budget as well.
Brothers should also take this.
Because on that note, she didn't even know that was too expensive for her. For her, it wasn't even too expensive.
And she shouldn't know her standards.
Yeah. So it's on the guy actually. It's on the guy. When pass the boundary. All right, let's wrap this up with the quote of the day. And this is by Swami Vivekananda. And it is, take up one idea, make that one idea your life, think of it, dream of it, live on that idea, let the brain, muscles, nerves, every part of your body be full of that idea, and just leave every other idea alone. This is the way to success. What a man thinks, so is he.
Exactly.
How is that scripture? Yes.
Yep.
Whatever a man thinks, so is it. As a man thinks, thank you. As a man thinks, so is it. So apparently, if you can think on something well enough, ruminate on it, you definitely achieve it.
Yeah.
One idea at a time. That those who are, you know, special in terms of being creative to handle two different ideas at a time and bring it to fruition. But more often than not, you probably want to dwell on one, finish that, move on to the next one.
Yes, put all of your energy into it.
Yep.
Well, this is where we wrap it up today. Thank you so much for being a part of iBrandTV.